If we just have a look at Telangana, if we got the seats forecast for Telangana, remember out of the 42 seats, 25 in Simandra and 17 in Telangana, fairly big. And the TRS, 11 out of the 17. The Congress doing reasonably well here, 5, of course down 7 since last time because it's a totally different situation. It swept Andhra Pradesh last time, and others 1. And let's see how that converts into votes. This is the relative popularity of the 3 major parties. TRS 33, Congress 27, pretty close.
Despite everything, yeah.
And the BJP 15, because even the BJP is seen to be somewhat instrumental, at least back Telangana.
The first party to back, national party to back Telangana.
Which is why TRS is talking to the BJP now, and that's going to be...
But you know, I think Mr. Naidu is tied up with the TD because I think probably Mr. Chandrababu Naidu is more reliable. He's an ex-ally in the longer term. You know, Mr. KCR is very much more fungible, as Shekhar would put it, than is
Sudhendra, I wanted to ask you, in the politics of Andhra Pradesh now, which is now becoming 2 states.
All 3 parties are fungible in Andhra.
Right. I just wanted to ask you, can you have a different ally in Simandra and a different ally in Telangana?
No, the 2 states are now different. So obviously the alliance strategy would be different. We should remember here that in Andhra Pradesh this time, the Lok Sabha and the Vidhan Sabha elections are going to take place simultaneously.
Yes, yes.
So the regional parties would be even more focused on coming to power in their respective states after the formation of Telangana as a separate state. Now, as a result, what's happening is that in Simandra, a lot of Congress workers are shifting to TDP and TDP is gaining in strength. In Telangana, the TDP workers are shifting to TRS, which is strengthening the TRS in Telangana.
Right.
Now, the real loser in all this is actually first the BJP and secondly the Congress. You know, there was a time in 1998, the BJP on its own had secured 18% of the total votes, which at that time was more than the performance of the BJP in Karnataka. In the southern state, Andhra Pradesh was the hope for the BJP, but it has come down very precipitously and it's losing both in Simandra and in Telangana in spite of being one of the first parties to support Telangana.
Right, right.
The Congress has really messed up in the way it announced and got Telangana into being. It could have been handled in a much more adroit and a responsible manner. It has hurt itself in Simandra without gaining much in Telangana because now there is no alliance between TRS and the Congress in Telangana.
Of course,
but
if the TRS and Congress... Sorry, go ahead.
But after the election, after the assembly elections, you know, these 2 parties might come together to form a coalition government.
Right. But of course, the interesting thing is if both of them do form an alliance, 33% plus 27%, they will just sweep both the assembly.
Because the second party is much weak, very weak.
Right, right.
You know, the difference would be very large.
Okay.
You're talking about an alliance of TRS and BJP, a pre-poll alliance.
Congress he was talking about.
Okay, Congress.
If they actually fought together rather than doing a post-poll alliance, they'll just sweep Telangana.
But I think the logic I gave for BJD, I think, you know, for the BJP or whichever party rules the center, you have 2 states that are new, Simandra and Telangana. Right. They will want to have good relations with whichever government is in power in Delhi. So I think that, you know, the BJP, even if it has a formal alliance with the TDP and the TRS, can expect a reasonably cozy relationship with Jagan Congress.
Well, I think I feel safe to make one prediction that whoever sets up the coalition in Delhi, 2 of these 3 parties, YSR, Congress, TDP and KCR, 2 of these 3 parties will be aligned with the government in the center. Whether they join it or not, I don't know, but they will be aligned.
They will be aligned. Well, they probably have some ministerial posts and probably join it. We got K. Nageshwar joining us from Hyderabad. Explain to us, Nageshwar, what is the politics of alliances here? Can Telangana have a totally different alliance to an alliance in Simandra? Because the strengths are so dramatically different in what people bring to the table.
Now, Pranay, the first point is the political situation is quite different. And secondly, the party position and party strengths and weaknesses are quite different. So you cannot have a similar kind of alliances when these two distinct differences exist on ground. So in Telangana, the Congress and TRS is the only possibility for alliance. But the TRS leadership is increasingly getting convinced that whether or not there is an alliance with the Congress, they are not going to get more seats. So whatever they are getting now, they will continue to get even without alliance also or with alliance. So they do not want to subscribe to a UPA at this point of time and leave an option tomorrow after the elections. So that's the kind of game which TRS is playing. So in case if the Congress and TRS ties up, which cannot be ruled out even now, in case if Sonia Gandhi intervenes, so it will be a very clean sweep because of a serious vacuum in opposition politics. What our analyst has said in relation to Orissa is applied to Telangana also, because Telugudesam is though traditionally strong, but in fact got decimated after its ambivalent stand on Telangana.
Very interesting. We have a graphic here which says that whoever the TRS goes with, it won't change things too much because the TRS itself is so strong that when it goes with either the Congress or the BJP, it still gets 11 or 12 seats, and it's a marginal change. If the TRS switches from the Congress to the BJP, first of all, if it's with the Congress, they win 15 out of the 17 seats, and the BJP plus TJP won. If the TRS goes with the BJP, it's 12 and 2. So it's like 14 seats and 15 seats, and the Congress goes down from 4 to 2. It's not a dramatic change because one party is so strong that whoever it allies with will tend to win most of the seats.
Yeah, because the difference between the first and the second party is so large, and if that difference increases, it's going to be a sweep. Of course, the assembly we haven't done, but that will be much more interesting, I think.
But my sense is that the fact that the assembly elections are being held for these new states at the same time will probably harden the attitude of the TRS. Would obviously like to go it alone and then handle things afterwards.
Right. I think we'll just one last comment from you, Nageshwar, in terms of what's in Seemandhra. Why has the TDP decided to go with the BJP? Because the BJP in Seemandhra is not strong at all. It's got under 3% of the vote. It's not giving Chandrababu Naidu much. Is it with one eye on the post-election situation? What's the logic? What are the politics behind it?
And Pranay, the interesting part is that TDP leadership is not interested to have an alliance with BJP in Seemandhra, whereas the BJP leadership in Telangana is not interested in a tie-up with Telugudesam party. But still it's a buy one get one situation. You cannot have both at a time. So TDP is perhaps looking for a longer relationship with the BJP. In fact, they are reconciled to the fact that they will have a post-poll alliance with the BJP even if there is no pre-poll alliance. But the Telugudesam party has toyed with the idea of joining hands with the BJP much before the bifurcation episode has come to the fore. So they were thinking that the Modi sympathy will help them. But the way the BJP has played in its role in parliament has really irked the TDP, because the people of Seemandhra are totally disillusioned with the role of BJP. In fact, the Telangana people are skeptical of BJP and Seemandhra people are disillusioned with BJP. That's the reason why TDP is not benefiting because of an alliance with the BJP, either in Seemandhra or Telangana, at least in the pre-poll scenario.
I mean, very interesting, buy one, get one free. So if the TDP is gaining just 3% votes from their alliance in Seemandhra with the BJP, are they hoping to get even one seat from Telangana by allying with the BJP? Because BJP is fairly, I mean, it's got 15% of the vote in Telangana.
No, Pranay, another interesting point here is you are only adding up the figures, but you know very well the politics is not arithmetic. Politics is chemistry. It is not the percentage 34 plus 3 will become 37. The ground reality is that in case the BJP has a tie-up with Telugudesam party, I don't think the more than 50% of the BJP vote will shift to TDP. But if TDP is in a vote, 70% will shift to BJP. So that the BJP is going to benefit a little more from alliance with TDP, but not the TDP. The reason is in Telangana, the BJP cadre are totally against TDP. They are worried about because of the alliance with TDP, because TDP is increasingly seen as a non-Telangana, anti-Telangana party. So in Seemandhra, the Telugudesam party cadre are not so curious.
I think you've got it very clear in your head, and I hope all of our viewers followed everything you said, because it is a fascinating political puzzle.